There we go. Oh, I see that Jenny Darby is watching. Jenny Darby, I have a DG door prize for you at the store waiting for you. Hi, everyone. So I went live and I don't know what happened. So I'm glad that you're all here because no one was with me my first live, which is kind of funny. Hello, hello. So I'm sending out this vibe to you. Thank you. Thank you. Take a breath in. I want to talk to you tonight about malachite, but it's funny because the first live I hit the play button with didn't register. Yes, malachite. So this doesn't have a title. So this is Welcome to Rocks with Rhi. I am Rihanna. Yeah. Oh, good, good. Thank you, Jenny. I am the stone maven at the Dreaming Goddess, and I'm glad that you're joining me. So this is our Tuesday night edition of a different stone every week, which has been really fun. Now, since the beginning of COVID, which was a year ago in March, I guess I can start saying something else about that. I don't like anything that has the word COVID in it anymore. Hello, hello, all my friends. I'm so glad to see you all with me. And yeah, it's a beautiful day. I'm happy to be with you. And I'm happy to be talking about malachite. It's not a stone we've done before, so it's very exciting. Let me just give you an eyeful. Look at that pretty piece of malachite. It's magical, isn't it? The eyes, and then this has got some blue, which is going to be in this one, it's going to be chrysocolla. Yeah, we've got some real pretty malachite. So let's talk about malachite. Malachite is a copper ore. It grows in the layers, very shallow parts of the earth, and it grows in above the copper deposits where it can be oxidized. It grows with turquoise, it grows with cuprite, it turns into azurite, it grows with chrysocolla, some calcites. So it grows with lots of fabulous other minerals. And it does not have a crystalline structure. Thank you for those green hearts, Andrea. It doesn't I've never really seen it in any points. I have seen it grow, and we've often carried malachite that's fibrous, which is really beautiful. Long, straight rods, but very thin, fibrous material. And otherwise it's masses like this. And when the really fine crystalline structure already is tiny, it forms the lighter lines, and the bigger crystals, and I say crystal in a very loose term, the very dark is the larger crystals. It's just fascinating to me. Both sides of this are just fascinating. All right? Yeah. Just really so delicious. So what do I want to tell you about this? They have been using this stone for thousands and thousands of years. They started mining it over 4,000 years ago in Egypt and Israel were the first places that they found that it was being mined, and it was being mined to be made into copper. It's the first mineral that was used to create copper. They don't do that any longer. It's just not what they use. So, but that's what they were doing with it 4,000 years ago. And they were also, it's because it's so soft. It's like 4 on the hardness scales. It can be ground into a powder very quickly or very easily. So Cleopatra's fabulous green eyeshadow was malachite, and she also used azurite, which is also just as soft, and she used both those as eyeshadow. And they've been using it as paint. Come on up, kitten. They've been using it as paint for thousands of years. And just recently, they stopped using it, and they only sell it now for those who are doing historical restorations. She's gonna come right back around. She really wants to be in my lap, but she can't figure it out. Because if I talk, then she doesn't want me to, she wants me only to sit here and be quiet. Yeah, she's pawing at my legs. She's so funny. Kitten, do you want to say hi to everybody? You can sit here. You can, no, she doesn't want to. All right, so malachite. Three really, really fabulous things about it. It is protective, it's about transformation, and it's about our heart. So let's start with how does it protect us? So what I really like about malachite, I like stones. I love the stones, actually. People are saying hi to you, kitten. I love stones that grow in the copper mines. I'm attracted to all of them. And I'm sure it's because I love that they move energy. Because they're all connected to copper, right? So they move, flow things through them. That's how it's protecting us. It is moving toxic energy out of our bodies. It's moving toxic energy out of our field. It strengthens our auric field. Just by having it near us, it begins to just reinforce our field with positive vibes. So it's activating this shield. It also creates our own internal radar. It gives us little antennae. And that's the sound of our funny refrigerator. Please don't open that up again while I'm live. It makes this funny sound. Can you hear it in the background? Yeah, crazy. So it supports us in turning on our own antennae so that we can be self-responsible about where we want to be. It helps us to feel for ourselves what feels good and what doesn't feel good energetically. So when you're standing in a room of people and you want to decide, is this where I want to be? How does it feel to be in this group? Malachite can help you with that because it increases your ability to feel around you within your field, right? It's our field that's giving us that information. So it's reinforcing the good vibes in the field so we can determine for ourselves. It helps us to see toxicity. It helps us to feel external toxicity and then make the changes necessary to remove that, right? So if you're in your life in relationships that are toxic and abusive, malachite's gonna see that. It's gonna feel that out for you so that you can feel it and become aware of it and then make the changes. So that's where we go right into transformation. So malachite supports us in understanding how it feels to be where we're at, for good or for bad, right? And then supports us, giving us the courage and strength to actually move towards what's good for us. Helps us to embrace the changes in our lives that are happening. So if you're already in the midst of transition, it helps us to muster up that courage and strength to keep moving forward, right? It's a stone that drives us forward. It helps us to, in that process of transforming, it helps us to heal our emotional traumas It actually absorbs pains. So laying it on your heart chakra helps it to absorb traumas, absorbing the pain of our own emotional baggage, our own emotional baggage, all right? So in this process of transformation, it helps us to see where we need to grow and what needs to go in order for us to grow. That's a hard one. The letting go. Someone today said they didn't want to buy malachite because it makes you let go of things you don't want to. I was like, oh, well, So I quickly said malachite, moldavite just clearly isn't the stone for you if that's what you believe that it's going to do. Because the truth is, just like malachite, it's going to reveal to you what you're going to need to let go in order to be living the life you want to be living. That's what moldavite does. Malachite's doing the same thing. And I've had some young people who must have heard it on TikTok tell me that, well, if you don't want to buy moldavite, you could buy malachite and it'll do the same. I was like, oh, okay. And this is what they were talking about. It's about moving and transitioning into what's next, but just not as dramatically as with moldavite. But it is going to reveal to you what you need to let go of. And so this woman that was inquiring about the moldavite today, she didn't want to let go of the things in her life. She felt that interpretation was a negative thing that she would have to let go. And I tried to tell her, no, this is the positive thing. It's letting go of what's not serving us is how we move forward. And so this is revealing to us what we need to let go of and then supporting us in that process. Because the letting go process isn't easy. That too causes heartache. And so again, using the malachite, laying it right on your heart chakra, it is a heart guardian. It will help us to release the pain and move through it in a very positive, calm way. It not only works with the heart in an emotional way, but it works with the heart in a physical way. So malachite supports us in reducing fears and anxiety on an emotional level, but it also supports our heart, our physical pumping machine. That, when you get anxious and you're fearful, your heart starts racing, pounding, you're sweating, your palms are sweating. Oh yeah, that's a good place for it, Janine. And so when you're sweating and your heart is pounding and you're all totally freaked out. We all have had that experience. The malachite actually helps the heart rate to slow down. I'm just appreciating that ability, because when I'm getting ready to do something for the first time in front of people, I am full of fear and my anxiety is really high. I could definitely use the heart to stop pounding out of my chest. And so this supports that. And while it's supporting that, it's helping to keep your blood pressure down. It's also another reason why I should be carrying it. It does bring in calm and ease, and people have been using it for a very long time to reduce high blood pressure. So it's working with your heart on not only the emotional level, but on the physical level. So it's like getting a daily dose of courage so that you can step outside of your comfort zone. And that's what transformation is about, right? It's about getting outside of ourselves, getting outside of the norm, and doing that in a calm, centered way. That's the challenge. So malachite is here to be your ally while you are stepping into what's next and stepping into your new. And it's the perfect stone for the new moon, because the new moon is tonight bringing in. What are you bringing in? Where do you see yourself stepping out into next? Malachite's a good stone to bring along as your ally in this journey. So I wanted to read to you from the Twin Trees Stones Alive book, a book that I highly recommend. This is a book about the stones from the stone's point of view. So this is what she says. This is what the Malachite says. Though we have increased our lifespan by years, we have not increased the health of our bodies and our minds. Interesting thought, right? Malachite speaks to us of the ancient, ever-present wisdom. To be free of disease, we must heal ourselves. In disconnecting from the earth and nature, we have also lost touch with our own bodies. Malachite links us to the perfect innate ability of our forms to all circumstances and all times. Links our heart to our immune system, to our spirits. And its affirmation is, I live with a passionate vitality that I grant myself every moment. And I want to read one more thing, if you would indulge me. It's the stone's story, and it says, I am a tree from the inner earth. In my rings, I record ancient stories of being. With each season, I grow wiser. The wisdom is free. Take it, children of the earth, and hold it to your heart. The mystical secrets say that the key to fulfill life waits in your ability to say to yourself and all your truth, yes. So I want to encourage you all to say yes to whatever's next in your life. Step through the fear, step out of your comfort zone, and embrace the newness, the next. You deserve it. And allow yourself to be healed from within, from your heart out, so that you can walk this earth walk with an open heart, with beautiful green allies like malachite. Some beautiful specimens. I will have these specimens on the live this week, Thursday at 6:30. What else? Yeah, all right, I'll show you this one again. Look at the little heart right here. That one has a little heart right there. Isn't that sweet? All right. So, I have a request for my peeps out there. If you have time and space and you use the Yelp app, I would love it if you love the Dreaming Goddess, especially if you are a recipient of our packaging, if you are a live client and you receive packages in the mail, or if we ship to you because you don't live locally, we would love a review about how you love us. Because if you're watching us, I know you love us. So give us a review on Yelp. We don't have enough reviews on Yelp, and we would love to fluff up that particular app. So if you got some space in your life and you feel up to it and you love us, give us a little shout out on Yelp. We would deeply appreciate it. And I will be talking tomorrow about a class I'm going to be hosting. So that's going to be at 12 o'clock tomorrow, Wednesday, on the midweek review. And I'll see you Thursday for our live crystal sale. Mwah! Know that you are loved. Good night, my friends.